you. Welcome to our late night show. It's such a beautiful day, and I'm so excited. All right, guys, just a quick one. I just want to say shout out to everyone. If it's your first time to pass through here, I'm asking you to subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you ring the bell because every time I drop a video, you'll be the first person to be notified. And you're my regulars. I want to say thank you for sticking around. It's a great one. Anyway, this is like the worst news I've never heard. Now, ZANU PF, after grabbing the election, they are saying, graduates, please, it's time for you to create your own employment. Now, everyone's question is, what employment are you referring to? Creating your own employment in such an environment like Zimbabwe, it's shocking. So I want to say to everybody, thank you so much for passing through. Don't forget to like the live as we get along, and also make sure that you comment. I'm so glad. I would love to hear your views. All right, so just in, really, let me just tell you, there's been a lot of questions when it comes to most of ZANU PF ministers that are just being appointed as qualifications, and that has been really an issue, quite an issue. But this article shocked me, and it went like wildfire on Twitter today. People were like, huh? You grabbed the election and you said your manifesto, no, so you said your works are your manifesto. Am I shocked? I am not. Am I not? You also say, well, why is that shocking? It is shocking because I can't believe that the government that's just, literally appointing itself recently, all of a sudden is telling people to create their own employment. How can they create their own employment in a situation like that? How do the university, is the university a scam? Because I'm sitting and I'm like, no, man, something must be wrong. You can't wake up and say all the kids have taken years at university and then tell them to create employment in a state where there is not even no means to create employment. No means, no, like I'm saying, no means. And you want them to create their own employment. Are you for real? Are you joking? Is that a joke to you? But you were saying, no, we're going to create employment. That's what you were selling to the masses. The level of disrespect is just astounding. Absolutely unbelievable. And I just wanted to read the article. Let me just tell you, I'm going to let you guys listen to something that I think will be of a help. Because for me, I'm like, I feel like college is a scam. Surely university is definitely a scam. How many people are graduating every year? And we still have so many problems in the world. How can that be? How can that be? How many problems we have? How many kids are graduating and they're all just graduating to get into the streets? And I'm like, maybe we need to start revamping our educational system. Because for me, I feel like it is a scam. You can't be paying money for years and you find yourself stuck without knowing what to do with your qualifications. How can that be? So Herald took out an article today, sent out an article today, and Patrick Chitumba, actually, I think that's the minister. So he said graduates now have the opportunity to start new industries and companies through the government's graduate employment creation and development program, and should shake off the attitude that they need to be employed. That's what he said. They should shake off the attitude that they need to be employed. A board should shake off the attitude that they need to be employed. Minister of Higher and Tertiary Education, Innovation, Science and Technology Development, Professor Amon Murugire said this in a speech read on his behalf by the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry, Professor Fanuel Tagwira, during the 32nd Gweru Polytech graduation and prize giving ceremony last Friday. He said under the program, graduates will be equipped with appropriate entrepreneurial aptitudes and competencies to become a job creator. The graduates should embrace the program by coming up with bankable ideas that will culminate the job creation. So first of all, I'm a firm believer that not everyone is created to be an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurship is a calling. You can't enforce it on people. Job creation should be a calling. That's why not everybody is an employer. Some people actually employed, and not everybody is a leader. Some people are followers. They don't have the capacity to lead, but they can follow. I said a total of 585 graduated with diplomas and certificates issued by the Higher Education Examinations Council, HEXCO, in conjunction with the University of Zimbabwe during the colorful ceremony. On this, 62% were female and 38% male. Gone are the days of job seeking. Once you finish college, once you have acquired these requisite skills in a particular trade, don't wait for anyone. Go and use those skills to produce goods and services, said Prof. Morwera. Would like to see all graduates of Bweru Polytechnic being helped to form startup companies. Let us get rid of colonial mentality where we are designed to work for someone. Let us get rid of colonial mentality. But here's the thing. They have a point, but the point can only work under conducive environments to create employment, not the environment of Zimbabwe. It works. What they're saying really works. Creating employment in countries where there are opportunities, where there's funds, that young people can be assisted, where the environment is not toxic as Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is toxic. How do you create employment where everything is just bribery? You have to bribe almost everyone on your way to wherever you're going. How on earth are you going to start a company? How on earth are you going to create employment? Before even start the company, the money that you may have saved is finished by just bribing man after man after man. I wish the government can understand the importance of creating an environment that is conducive for people to be able to create those employment. I don't think people have a problem at all to create jobs, but the environment does not allow us to do so. It is very sad. And again, what is the point of going to university? And let me just say that this is why I agree with Nelson Chamisa when he said the color curriculum that they brought was definitely nothing but a problem. They were supposed to consult the society. What can we do? I have so much respect with America because America will look at your gifts. What is it that you like to do? Do you love to play soccer? They'll take you to soccer academy. We need to, are we there yet? We are nowhere for us to even look at situations where we can consider taking our children to schools that may support their skills. But I mean, talking about creating employment in a country that is messed up like now, I don't think that's wisdom. Can we first create a conducive environment for young people to thrive, and then we can now begin to caution or begin to assist where applicable. But as it stands, Zimbabwe is not a country we can say people should create employment. Everyone is which is the kuno zekungwavangwava or the mining is. But is that what they call employment? How do they expect them to create their employment? I'm so shocked. I'm really in shock. Like when I was like stunned, like, whoa. 1 minute you want to create employment, 1 minute you want people to go out there and create their own employment. You said we are going to create jobs. Do you remember? Jobs. There's no money in the country. We don't have our own currency. The inflation is skyrocketing. How on earth are we going to create those employment? But guys, I want you to take a listen to the interview that I got hold of during the day. Very important interview. I know that it will help all of you. And people think that university is a scam. College, it is a scam. And I can tell you truth. I don't think everyone should go to university. I know that yes, there's that culture or that feeling that I should go to university or I should go to college. I don't think everyone should. I think people need to look at their strength and look at your weaknesses, and then you begin to feed where your strengths are. And I'm not saying it's bad to go to university or school. It's great. It's incredible. You need that language for communication. I always say to my son, you need to have the language of communication. But at the end of it all, I think we need to change as far as our curriculum are concerned in Zimbabwe. Something must be wrong. Definitely something must be wrong. But guys, take a listen at this interview that I got hold of today.
What reason? To get a return on your investment, to get a job. Okay, I get a job, I'm making money. You said you paid back 150 grand in student loans.
I never did.
You've made something your career.
I made a mistake.
You made a career.
Should have waited.
Yeah.
But like, are you saying that women shouldn't go to college? Like I interviewed this guy, Nick Fuentes, if you know who he was, communications director for Kanye, which I'm sure we can talk about. But He said women should not go to college. They shouldn't even finish high school, basically. Just
I want
stay
to be
your
clear.
ass there.
Most people should not go to college.
Okay.
I just want to make that very
I'm
clear.
with you
Forget
on
not
that.
women or men.
Yes.
It is, what are you going to college for? I
Yeah.
went to college because there was a peer pressure campaign in high school. If you don't go to college, you're going to be a failure. And I think that that's the reason most people go to college, is because the idea of being the kid that goes to community college is not, it means that you're the kid that's a loser and failed.
You're the
So
smelly
everybody
kid.
signs up for loans with money that they don't have, which
Right.
marries you further to the state. You know, Sally Mae loans are the ones that I took out, which were egregious. I didn't understand anything I was signing because I didn't come from a wealthy family. I was first generation college kid. I was completely taken advantage of, and started my life in mass debt for a journalism degree. Does that sound like something that any person should be doing? It's completely irrational. I actually think there needs to be a collapse of the scam of college. You know, people should be getting internships out of high school to figure out what the heck they want to do before they waste a bunch of money on a meaningless degree. The majority of people are wasting their money. I don't know many people that are using their actual degree in the real world, right?
Yeah.
The girls go and they sign up and they do fashion and marketing design, you know, and the guys, if you're doing you want to be a doctor and you know for sure that's what I want to do, yeah, sure, go to college if you have that vision and you're sure of yourself. But right now, the whole college scam is what needs to collapse.
You did a video called "College is a Scam."
It is.
So it's you have no idea how many girls that I talk to and interview. They go to college, they graduate, and they become bartenders or servers.
So
And
they
I'm
can
like,
pay off their debts.
I'm like, why the hell did you even go to college? Like, I don't know, I was supposed to. But you did a video, "College is a Scam." But you want your kids to go to college? Your girls are going to college. Like, how do you guys as parents grapple with what she's saying?
I've answered this question a couple times, and I've talked about STEM, and I'm very clear with my girls. It says I'll fund STEM, I'll fund skills that are going to be applicable with an appropriate ROI. And, you know, we have set aside the funds for their college education and up the amount twice in the last 10 years so that we could have enough getting there. And I think the price is a little crazy, but I'll fund STEM. I'll absolutely fund STEM. You know, hey, I want to go with my boyfriend Philippe to the Sorbonne and study art history. Well, I hope as effing parents are wealthy and cover you, because I will not be. So I'll go that route. And also, you know, I think, you know, cardiologists, physicians, nuclear physicists, I think none of that should be self-taught in the garage, specifically nuclear physicists, and that there's a reason for STEM. There's a reason for STEM, but also Ann Coulter, you'll probably know about this, made a great point. She said, if someone was graduating high school, she said, and the plumber is sitting there in his best and only suit that he has, proudly looking at his son graduating, and says, my son's coming to work for me as a plumber. And says, why? And the kid says, because I make $60 an hour working with my dad's company. And everybody goes, a plumber makes $60 an hour? The kids don't have any idea about trades. This is where I think, in terms of gap years, Israel gets it right. Because you have service of country and you have disciplines that come out of that. And they all don't stay in the military, but they sure as hell come out with disciplines and appreciation for
No
the country.
question about that.
That's right.
No question about that.
Absolutely.
So you know what I think? I think is that the only challenge we have in Zimbabwe is that the country is messed up already. Like I've always said, that it's very hard to bring some of these, strategies or advices to young people in a situation so collapsed like Zimbabwe. It's very difficult because for us to know saying, if you know that whatever you need to pursue the college it's not really something that you like, what is the point? Why would you go to be at the university for 5 years and only to come out and just be roaming in the streets? You know what breaks my heart is that there are so many young people who are selling their destinies to literally nobody, to crap people in the streets because they want to just have a life. For example, people go to university and they end up selling their bodies to actually finance themselves at university. Now I'm asking myself, what is the point? Because you are going to walk out of that place broken, tattered, and you can't even pursue which that the Lord has called you to do. So is it not wisdom for you to focus on really checking in what is it that you're good at, and then maybe you find a college or a place that can actually equip you to be better? I remember this guy, a South African guy, was complaining that he went to invest for 7 years to be a doctor, but he hurt it at the hospital. He doesn't like it. But because our culture has always been promoting university degrees or college degrees, which is not a bad thing, but the question is that what you really want? Do you really love to do what you're studying, or you just want to be called a doctor? I do remember this, my sister's son, he was crazy about being a doctor. Every minute I want to be a doctor. He tried China, and I remember the China thing did not work. This boy could push me left, right, and center. I want to be a doctor. I said, okay, on one condition, I'm going to take you to the hospital, and we are going to get into the intensive care. Okay, we're going to walk around the intensive care while I pray for people. You must be checking every sick man and woman. If we walk out of that place and you can say, Mama, I want to be a doctor, go for it. You did not want to do it. You see, because people don't think about the career that they want to do. They just say, oh, I want to go to university. Now, look, we have so many young people who are graduating from university and there are no jobs. And you ask yourself, so what is it that you're doing? Like especially a space like Zimbabwe, it breaks my heart because young kids are literally wasting their life. And they come back and become selling again in the streets. Is it really worth it? Can we find maybe another way, another route to assist our young people? Because here we are having a government that is clueless. That tells you to go and look and create your own employment. In a situation or in a condition like Zimbabwe, what kind of employment are you going to create? But this is the ZANU that we have. The regime is done. They have nothing to offer, and it's a fact. And nobody hates them, but it's a fact. Young people are just stuck. They don't know if they are going or they're coming back. And you continue to say, Professor Murua said government is looking forward to seeing a number of consortiums and businesses units created by graduates and contribute to the country's industrialization and modernization agenda in line with Vision 2030. Excuse me? In line with the Vision 2030. Here we go again, another drama. Vision 2030. Guys, please. Actually, I want to cry by just thinking Vision 2030. I want to actually cry. And my heart is broken for little girls and men. My heart is shattered. Destiny worsted under this regime. Destiny worsted. There are graduates who don't simply wait for someone to create employment for them, but take the initiative to generate employment. If the environment is conducive for them to create that employment, yes, go for it. But Zimbabwe does not. It does not promote that, except because that's not what we are talking about. We're talking about creating authentic businesses. Not that you must be connected to someone else in the government in order for you to create employment. So what about those that does not have anybody that they do know? What are they going to do? Environment should cater for everyone, notwithstanding where you come from. This is our new education system with 5 missions: teaching, research, community service, innovation, industrialization with the heritage bias. And we could name this heritage-based education 5.0. He says, excuse me. Sorry, just, what? Oh, wow. This is our new education system with 5 missions: teaching, research, community service, innovation, industrialization with a heritage bias. And we could name this heritage-based education 5.0, he said. No one who come and build Zimbabwe. Oh, please, here we go again. Nika, you know what? This is the reason why the president started the knowledge revolution in our universities and colleges. Can someone tell me what is knowledge revolution? Prof. Murugera said in its new thrust on education, the Second Republic is focusing on producing the skills and capabilities for propelling Zimbabwe to an upper middle income economy by year 2030. The minister highlighted the need to build an innovation-led and knowledge-driven economy based on heritage and natural endowments. Heritage-based education 5.0 is a bold statement in Zimbabwe's modernization and industrialization champions are technical and vocational institutions like Gweri Polytechnic College, Zimbabwe shall be built by doers and not by people who just talk and do nothing, he said. Oh, wow. Polytechnic education by nature produces doers capable of producing goods and services. Many developed countries today rely on their polytechnic education to get where they are. Germany, for example, has benefited tremendously from its apprenticeship programs in polytechnic college. Oh, no, you are talking about developed countries. Is Zimbabwe a developed country? Sure. Prophet Mulugula said Prophet Mnangagwa tasked his ministry to come up with integrated skills expansion outreach program that puts emphasis on imparting practical skills that ultimately led to the acquisition of competencies resulting in the production of goods and services. He said through community engagement, the whatever it's called program shall empower communities by imparting life skills. Yeah, I'm done with this regime. Yeah, you know when you're done with something, you yeah. I have no words. I'm actually feeling I'm depleted. Like whenever I talk about this regime, I'm depleted. I have nothing more to say about these people. I'm like for real. There's nothing here. I'm reading absolutely nothing. In a nutshell, all I'm saying is what we need to pray for is to come out of this. These people must just go. There is no vision. It's just vision 2030. Huh? We're in 7 years we'll be with these people. No way. It's no, sirs and ma'ams, it will not happen. You'll be gone. I pray for the young people. All I can do is to pray for you. Like the young people who graduated from university, I'm really, really praying for you that God is going to make a way for you so that you fulfill purpose. Is my jokes is guys? This my jokes is. This is this kumba ijoka chakwe. Apana. Yeah, I thought, yeah. You know what, guys? I feel like I'm feeling, my mood is already affected. It's the lies day in, day out. It's just like we are going absolutely nowhere. It's fake promises. All I can tell is, I don't know, and like, now they listen, they created employment for their kids and they want you to go and create your own employment. They literally just take their kids and put them in position, and you should go and create your own employment. Let's pray for each other. Let's just pray for each other and pray that God takes us out of this situation. That's all I'm going to ask you. I don't have much to say. I don't even have no energy anymore. But I wanted to let you know this is what they've said. You must create your own employment. Young people, let's pray for each other. Let's trust God. You will take us through. You take us out of this situation. I want you to know that I'll pray for you and I love you so much. I know that God will make a way. He specializes in make a way where there seems to be no way. It will happen for us. With God, all things are possible. I believe and I trust. Let's keep praying that God takes us out of this situation. I love you. I love you. I don't have no more energy. I'm just disappointed. I love you all. Pray for each other and praise God always. I love you and God bless you.